Hey, what's up, guys? I thought I was done, but I seen a nice young lady out here. What's your name, ma'am?
Gabby.
Gabby. And she complimenting me on my shirt. This is why I wear the shirt.
Love this shirt.
Yes, so I can get like-minded patriots like this young lady here. Now, Gabby, you say where you're from?
I'm from San Francisco, California.
San Francisco. Now, keep that in mind, okay? She's a patriot, and she's from San Francisco. Gabby, in a couple of words, what do you think is going on in the economy today, in the society today? What's your thoughts?
I'm thinking it's pure evil at this point. It is good against evil. It is crazy against normal. And we got to stand up because this can't go on. We're not going to survive it.
Yeah, I completely agree. What you hear about the Twitter files?
Oh, yes. Loving the Twitter files. Thank you, Elon Musk. Let me say you are a patriot. And I love you for what you've done here. I really have.
And you know what's funny about it, ma'am? He's a Democrat, and now he's the enemy now.
He's the enemy now because he no longer is thinking in groupthink, which is what they want.
Yes. How long you been in Las Vegas?
I left California in 1999 when they took their first left turn.
So I just asked you this off camera, but I'm gonna ask you again. What happened to the Democratic Party? Why are they like this right now?
They were hijacked by evil. There's just nothing to it anymore. It's crazy. It's evil. It's something that we have to fight. Why are they trying to kick God out of everything? They're trying to kick Jesus out of everything. It's no longer in God we trust. If they could change the money tomorrow, they would. Oh, and they're going to anyway, so.
Oh, tell me about that.
Well, everything that's going on, the banks are going to be tracking you. The banks, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all of these banks are already participating in this. You get surveys from them. It starts out with, are you male, female, or other? And then they list a half a dozen different genders. There are 2 genders for people out there that are having a problem, male and female. I'm female, he's male. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can pretend to be anything you want, but you're never going to change who you really are and who God made you.
And I'm guessing that you're not okay with men that still, that are men biologically, that dress up and identify as a woman, going into women's locker rooms and getting changed. It's because they do that a lot in California. What are your thoughts on that?
Good evening, council members and residents of Santee behind me. My name is Rebecca Phillips, and I'm 17 years old. I am not a resident of Santee, but I am employed at a local restaurant, the Omelet Factory, and I work out regularly at the Santee YMCA. Just 2 weeks ago, after finishing my shift at my job, I went to the gym to swim laps. As I was showering after my workout, I saw a naked male in the women's locker room. I immediately went back into the shower, terrified, and hid behind their flimsy excuse for a curtain until he was gone. I ran into a bathroom stall to change as quickly as I could, organizing my thoughts to share with the people at the front desk. As I did so, I could only think of my 5-year-old sister, who I bring to this gym during the summer to enjoy their water slides. This is the YMCA, where hundreds of children spend their summer afternoons in childcare camps. This is the YMCA where my little sister took gymnastics lessons. The locker room was supposed to be her safe haven to gossip with her friends and shower and change. When I asked the YMCA management what their policy was regarding transgenders, they confirmed that the man that I saw was indeed allowed to shower wherever he pleased. As long as you are not a red flag on Megan's Law, the California Sex Offender Registry, a grown male can shower alongside a teenage girl at your YMCA location here in Santee. I was made to feel as though I had done something wrong when I talked to people at the YMCA. Somehow, the indecent exposure of a male to a female minor was an inconvenience to them. When my dad spoke to the sheriff's office, they told him that he should never allow me to shower there ever again. The YMCA wouldn't let my father speak to the manager of the Santee branch. After waiting several days, he finally received a call from Terry Moss, who is the director of membership for San Diego County. She informed my dad that I was not in any danger at the time of the incident, that I was safe. But I ask you this. I'm assuming all of you either have a wife, a sister, daughters, or granddaughters, or are a woman yourself. Could you knowingly send an underage girl into a room where there was a naked male and say that she was not in danger, that she was safe, or more importantly, that this was right. The fact that we are now tailoring our privacy policies and bathroom laws around transgenders, ignoring the blatant threat to safety that this poses, is obscene. The safety of children, girls, is on the chopping block. And this issue is not unique to one political party. Both Democrats and Republicans whom I have shared this story with have all been equally disgusted. So I implore you all to take action. With great privilege comes great responsibility. Whether it's requiring transgenders to use the single-stall family restrooms or making them use the bathroom which aligns with their biological
Thank you. Thank you.
That's disgusting, and it's against the law, and some of what they're talking to little kids about would get you arrested out on the street.
Yes.
And I was in law enforcement for many, many years, more
Thank you.
years than I like to.
Thank you for your service, ma'am. We appreciate it.
And thank you for your service,
Thank you.
because what they're doing to the military and to the police is coming back to bite us all now.
Yes.
And it can't go on. It's got to stop. We got to all get together. The Patriots follow what's going on in Congress right now. We've got those 20 Congress people that are going to change the world.
So some of my Republican friends want to take the economy hostage. I get it, unless I agree to their economic plans. All of you at home should know what those plans are. Instead of making the wealthy pay their fair share, some Republicans want Medicare and Social Security to sunset. I'm not saying it's a majority. Let me give you, anybody who doubts it, contact my office. I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a copy of the proposal. That means Congress doesn't vote. Well, I'm glad to see you. No, I tell you, I enjoy conversion. You know, it means if Congress doesn't keep the programs the way they are, they'd go away. Other Republicans say, I'm not saying it's a majority of you. I don't even think it's even a significant, but it's being proposed by individuals. I'm not politely not naming them, but it's being proposed by some of you. Look, folks, the idea is that we're not going to be moved into being threatened to default on the debt if we don't respond. Folks.
Absolutely. America first.
America first and forever.
Yes. Now, you're from California. What do you think about Maxine Waters?
If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd.
I think she should be in jail. I think that she's incited violence. And when they say words are violence, in her particular case, I
Yes.
have to agree with them. Because I don't agree with them often, but what she's done and what she said is violence.
Yes.
And it's a lie, just like our commander-in-chief, and I hate to even say that, the occupier of the Oval Office
Commander in
right
sleep.
now.
That's what I call him.
Well, that's a better name for him. Our illegitimate president.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Maxine Waters, what Donald Trump was, what they said he did in the January 6th stuff, inciting violence, she actually did it.
I am very hopeful, and I hope that we're going to get a verdict that is say guilty, guilty, guilty. And if we don't, we cannot go away.
And not just manslaughter, right? I mean,
Oh no, not manslaughter. No. This is guilty for murder. I don't know whether it's in the first degree, but as far as I'm concerned, it's first degree.
Congresswoman, what happens if we do not get what you just told? What should the people do? What should protesters on the street do? What happens?
what should protesters do?
Well, we got to stay on the street, and we've got to get more active. We've got to get more confrontational. We've got to make sure that they know that we mean business.
Absolutely.
And do you see anybody saying anything about her?
No, of course not.
Of course not. You know, because she fits the woke.
She fits the narrative.
She's a black woman. She's a victim. I'm not. You guys already know. I'm not. I was telling her this off camera. I refuse to be a victim. And she was just telling me that as a Caucasian woman in America and a black man, they don't want me and her talking.
No. They don't.
They want
Because like-minded people, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
Yes,
cut
ma'am.
you off,
No,
but
that's okay.
like-minded people have never cared about what anybody looks like. It's the content of their character, and that's what it's always been, and that's what this country was born on.
Absolutely, ma'am. And I'm all about the Constitution and our rights, and I was talking to her about that earlier. And if you had to start all over, and you were being, a young 20-year-old woman in today's society, would you become a police officer in today's society?
Not in today's society. No. You don't have a chance. You do not have a chance. You get no support. You get no support. I wouldn't go in. I was always sorry that I didn't go into the military and went into law enforcement instead.
Yeah.
But you can't go in the military now either because they're going to make you woke. They're going to try to make you woke. They're going to try to get you to hate the people who are next to you in that common cause of protecting this country. And that's one thing that's not being done anymore at all. The Chinese are running roughshod over us now. They can do whatever we want because our president is compromised. Everybody knows it.
Oh, you mean to tell me that Donald Trump wasn't the one that was compromised by Russia and this guy's?
Russia.
I mean-
The Democrats, the key to being a quote-unquote Democrat these days is you have to accuse Republicans of everything you yourself have done or are doing. Otherwise, you're not a good Democrat.
Yep.
And it is good against evil.
Listen, I couldn't have said it better. And let me say this. I will give the Democrats this. They stick together. They stick together and they stick to their story, no matter if they're just 100% wrong. They will never admit when they're wrong, right?
No, they will never admit when they're wrong. Never, ever. They will never take responsibility for what they've done to destroy this country. I don't recognize where I live anymore, and there's nowhere to go.
Right.
I mean, I left California for Nevada back in '99, and this was the place to be, and they're turning our state into an ugly place to be now, too.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now, you know about Kari Lake in Arizona?
Yes.
How do you...
You mean Trump's running mate?
Yes, hopefully. Hopefully,
running
yes,
mate?
ma'am.
Yes.
So what do you feel about that election that just happened?
The morning of the election, as soon as I saw the TV, of course I'm watching Newsmax, thank you very much.
Oh, they took it off DirecTV, so
Yeah,
that?
I know, they took that off DirecTV and AT&T because AT&T and DirecTV are woke.
Yep.
And woke will go broke. Ask Disney.
I was going to say that.
Ask
Yep.
Disney how
Yep.
they're doing. But Kari Lake is an amazing woman. And that morning, when they said there were problems with the machines, I already knew what was going to happen. She knew what was going to happen. We all knew what was going to happen. And a lot of shenanigans happened here again. Thank goodness Sisolak is gone.
Oh, God.
But I tell you, the election here was rigged, just like it was everywhere else. I got 5 ballots in the mail because I bought a 30-year-old house. I could have cheated. No, I didn't. I voted once because that's all I have is my one vote. And they took that away from me too.
Wow. So you mean to tell me Katie Hobbs, who didn't campaign, who didn't do any interviews, who didn't want to debate Kari Lake, you mean to tell me she didn't win the election fair and square? Is that what you're telling me?
She won it as fair and square as Biden won by hiding in the basement. Hiding Biden. It's the same playbook. And you want to continue on that little streak? I can throw a few more people at you here.
Go ahead,
Let's
go
talk
ahead.
about Georgia.
Okay.
How was Georgia? How did they do there with Raphael Warnock? You know why he won? Because he's the devil too. And it's good against evil.
You mean to tell me a pastor or a preacher that believes in abortion, that's a bad thing? Because I thought, according to the Democrats, that's good.
And especially if you're a Catholic, it's even better. In their eyes, it's even better.
Yeah, and now they got that thing where if the baby's abortion doesn't go through and the baby lives, they still want to kill it. You heard about that?
Oh, absolutely. Infanticide. Talk about that. Started in Virginia. That was an idea that old Mr. Blackface had to do about that. I forget his name. Northam?
Yep.
Yeah, Northam. Can't keep them all straight because to me they're all Satan, 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 Satan because that's what it's turned into.
Ma'am, did you see the Grammys by any chance?
No, but I did catch that one clip of the Satan worship that they thought was such a phenomenal thing.
Yeah, that was great. You see that performance, all red, blood. I mean,
And this is the same man who does a video in a bathroom where he's getting urinated on. I saw that too
Yes.
because I watch Newsmax because Cox hasn't gotten woke yet.
Right. I would never support DirecTV or AT&T.
No.
Never.
No, I
Never.
wouldn't either.
I don't do anything. I used to have Disney Plus. I turned it off because, the kids, grandkids or whatever. I'm not supporting that.
No. Who can support that? Why don't they leave children alone to be children instead of trying to turn them into this ugly thing that turns them first against their parents? But that's the whole idea.
Yes.
Is to break up the nuclear family, because that's not something that anybody believes in anymore if you got a D behind your name. And I have friends that are Democrats that don't even realize what's happened to their party. They're blue dog Democrats that think that it still exists, and it doesn't. It is good against evil.
Well, it's all about the programming. And when you watch CNN all day and you don't watch anything else, of course the orange man is bad, Trump is bad, all Republicans are racist. She's a racist woman.
I'm a racist. That's why I'm talking to this. Oh, are you black? I didn't even know.
I'm oppressed. I'm a victim. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and again, and I tell it, it's all about divide and conquer. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, you are absolutely right. It's all about divide and conquer. And I just pray that the people we have in the House just keep on going, and they see it. They know it.
Yeah.
And they're being put down now for going against the woke. Come on.
Now, you're from California.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Kevin McCarthy? Do you trust him 100%, or what's going on with him? Yeah, get out of this.
I don't trust him 100%,
Okay.
only because of some of the comments he's made in the past.
Yes, ma'am.
And because I wasn't too happy about the Cheney situation, old Liz Cheney.
Yes. She's the worst.
Yeah, she was the worst. Well, 40 some odd points of loss should be enough to let her know. But now she's doing her best to take down the orange man. And I love the orange man. I love Donald Trump. The man's a genius. People don't know that there was a lot of people trying to get him to run for president long before he ever thought about it. And he just wasn't ready. He got the life experience. He went on. They can take him on all they want, but they always lose. They always lose because he is our salvation.
Absolutely.